chilly weather, but not cold.
Hello, how are you?
Good, good, and you?
Good, how are you doing? Has Abby been out? Not yet.
No, not yet.
I see y'all blurry without my glasses, so I need to put them on.
Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jen.
You coming in?
No, yes, thank you. It's nice seeing y'all. Bye.
Probably in about 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Okay.
They're coming down from the elevator.
They're gonna go to that top over right there.
Okay.
First.
You ready?
You
That
can
was a good surprise on us.
Do you want to say anything?
Any comment?
But it's on the graphic as well. It's on the graphic as well.
Everybody ready? Well, good afternoon. Thank you all so much for joining us. I'm Sheriff Javier Salazar with the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. That suspect whom you just met is a Roman Catholic priest. His legal name is Father George Ndungu, 42 years of age. He's a native of Kenya, although he has been here in the U.S. for some time and has been practicing or has been assigned here in the Bexar County area since about 2017, and I will give you a list of churches that he has worked at here in just a few minutes. This information was actually brought to us by a representative from the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of San Antonio that was conducting an investigation, a private investigator hired by the Catholic Archdiocese. Let me just say the Archdiocese and this PI have been great partners to work with in this endeavor. It's really nice to see the Roman Catholic Church and the Archdiocese leaning forward on this issue and taking handle of this, but I applaud them for bringing us this information and for handling this situation the way it's been handled to this point. I should add also that they've actually put out a statement that will be shared with the media from them here in just a few minutes, is my understanding. But again, I appreciate them taking such a forward-leaning approach on this. But this information was brought to us approximately September 19th. But it stems from back in August. This priest actually, another employee of the church came to us and indicated that this priest had done something improper with her. That prompted the church to reassign him away from his church where he was practicing at that point, St. Rose of Lima Catholic Church. They reassigned him, and then they put out a statement to the parishioners urging anybody that because of something that had occurred with another church employee, was there anyone that wanted to come forward to give any information on anything else involving this priest? An elderly lady did come forward. A member of that parish came forward and indicated that on 3 separate occasions, beginning in November of 2022, this suspect did attempt to sexually assault and was successful in sexually assaulting her on 3 separate occasions. My understanding is that this elderly woman is, again, a member of the church, an active member of the church, and obviously relied on this man for spiritual guidance. And she herself, due to some life experiences, some life changes, was in a very vulnerable situation. And unfortunately for her, she chose somebody to confide in and to rely upon that quite frankly preyed upon her. He was a sexual predator. And so that's what prompted us to give this press conference today. We want to urge anybody, and again, I'll list the churches that this suspect has worked at, but we would certainly urge anybody that's had any inappropriate dealings with this suspect to please give us a call. The number to call is 210-335-6000. That's the non-emergency number for the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. We will dispatch a deputy out anywhere in the county or surrounding counties for that matter to take the information. Again, if it's something that this suspect needs to be held accountable for criminally, we absolutely will be at the tip of the spear for that. So in 2017, this suspect began working at Our Lady of Good Counsel here in San Antonio, Texas. Later in 2017, he was transferred to San Martin de Porres Church, also in San Antonio. In 2017, again, he was moved to San Gabriel Church in San Antonio. In 2018, he went to work at St. Anne's Parish in La Vernia, Texas. Also in 2018, he went to St. Mary's, Stockdale, Texas. In 2019, St. Peter and Paul in New Braunfels, Texas. In 2020, St. Thomas the Apostle Catholic Church in Canyon Lake, Texas. And then from 2021 to 2023, he's been assigned to St. Rose of Lima Catholic Church, also here in San Antonio, Texas. And this is where the latest round of sexual improprieties occurred with this suspect. He is actually being charged with aggravated sexual assault, which is a felony 1. And I was actually just introduced to an interesting part of that statute by our investigator from our Special Victims Unit, who did an excellent job in putting this case together, I might add. Just an excellent piece of police work that she did with regard to this case. But she showed me a part of the statute that actually indicates that even if information is quote-unquote consensual, if it's in fact a member of the clergy and he or she is exercising their powers as a clergy person, that in effect negates any sort of consent that may have been done with regard to this. Now, that is not to suggest that any part of this sexual attack was consensual, but it was an interesting piece of that legislation, or an interesting piece of that law that I was actually introduced to. I was not aware that it went to that extent with regard to members of the clergy. Esta tarde nosotros arrestamos un sacerdote que trabaja en una iglesia católica aquí en San Antonio, St. Rose of Lima. Se aparenta que en agosto una empleada de la iglesia dio la queja que este sospechoso se había portado mal con ella sexualmente, y ella dio el reporte. En ese momento la iglesia lo puso en otro trabajo fuera de la iglesia, ellos dieron la noticia dentro de la iglesia y le surgieron a las personas que pertenecen a esa iglesia que daran la queja si algo les había pasado. Una mujer ya grande de edad dio la queja que desde noviembre del año pasado, otra vez en marzo de este año y otra vez en agosto de este año, él abusó de ella sexualmente. Ella es una mujer en los 70s y se aparenta que este sospechoso, la mujer desafortunadamente confió en él porque era su sacerdote y ella estaba teniendo problemas en su vida, que ella se sintió confortable hablando con su sacerdote, obviamente, pero desafortunadamente este sospechoso abusó de su posición y abusó sexualmente de esta víctima. Ahora nosotros lo arrestamos y la iglesia, la parroquia, ellos están trabajando con nosotros bastante. Yo apenas hablé con el arzobispo y él nos está cooperando con nosotros 100% en este caso. Any questions?
Based on the severity of the crimes and the evidence gathered, do you believe that there are other victims?
I think it's highly likely that there are other victims. I mean, I'm appreciative of the fact that the church, once that first complaint of sexual improprieties involving this suspect, once it came out, they made the announcement, let the church parishioners know. And again, I believe that the reason they did that is because they figured there was also going to be other victims out there, and sure enough, there was. So, I certainly applaud the first victim that came forward. I applaud this elderly lady that came forward to give us this information. And again, I would ask that anybody else, please have the courage to come forward. Noticing some of these other churches are actually in surrounding counties. You can either call those surrounding the county sheriff's offices in those surrounding counties, or you can call us and we'll take you to those other agencies to help with the investigation. But again, please give us a call, 210-335-6000, 210-335-6000, y nos pueden llamar y darnos la queja. Otras de estas iglesias están en otros condados, pero si a alguien le pasó algo en una de estas otras iglesias, quisiéramos que nos hablen.
How old were the victims?
The first victim, I don't know the age. The second victim, the one that resulted in these charges here, she's a lady in her 70s.
Si ya se había como reportado que había pasado cosas desde hace años con este sospechoso, ¿por qué no se hizo algo o por qué no se...?
Bueno, no sé si habían otras quejas hace varios años. Para mí, la primera vez que se dio cuenta la iglesia que algo había pasado fue en agosto y ellos lo separaron en ese tiempo, lo separaron, lo pusieron en otro trabajo y luego ellos les anunciaron a los miembros de la parroquia.
¿Las víctimas de qué iglesia son?
The St. Rose of Lima.
And can you talk about the severity of these crimes? I don't know if you can state kind of what happened. Was it rape or was it...
Absolutely, it was a sexual assault. I mean, there are various elements of an offense like this, and we saw just about all of them present in this. He very much groomed this victim, gained her confidence. Obviously, she's a very religious person, very involved in the church, and unfortunately, he just totally abused that. He saw an opportunity, and like a predator will tend to do, he took full advantage of that. Weaseled his way into her home and then sexually assaulted her on several different occasions. I certainly feel for this victim, and I certainly feel for any others that are out there that may be holding this in because of whatever shame, whatever feelings they may be feeling. There's absolutely no reason to be ashamed if you are in fact preyed upon by a sexual predator like this, and we would urge you to come forward. Please do so. We want people to have the courage and feel comfortable approaching law enforcement and saying something, whether it's with this suspect or any other. Judging upon the way the Archdiocese has handled this, I would say if God forbid anybody comes forward and says, something similar happened with another priest or another member of the church, I have no doubt in my mind the Catholic Archdiocese of San Antonio would absolutely handle that situation the same way they did with this one. They'd bring it right to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office and file it. So please, if you are a victim of this sort of sexual abuse, call us, 210-335-6000.
¿En dónde sucedieron los incidentes? ¿Dentro de la iglesia?
Los incidentes pasaron en la casa de la víctima. pero nosotros pedimos que aunque tuvieron que poner la dirección o parte de la dirección de la víctima en el aviso, en la orden de arresto, quisiéramos que no vayan miembros de la prensa para su casa. What I said was I'm asking that if possible, although the part of the victim's address did have to go into the affidavit, we would certainly ask members of the media to not go. This woman, this victim, is going through a pretty tough time, understandably so, because of the nature of the offense and because of the person that did this to her was in a very trusted position. We would just ask for discretion from members of the media at this
¿Y
time.
de la primera víctima en dónde sucedió?
Eso pasó en un carro. Ella iba en un carro con el padre y él abusó de ella sexualmente en ese carro. Pero no sé dónde pasó, solamente que fue en un carro.
¿Creen que hay más víctimas? Por eso dieron la lista de todos.
Para nosotros pensamos que hay otras víctimas. Con alguien como este hombre que hizo, se atrevió mucho y para nosotros es posible que hay otras víctimas allá en este condado o en otros condados, pero quisiéramos que nos hablen a nosotros, aunque viven en otros condados, y nosotros vamos con ellos para donde pasó y para empezar el caso allí.
Do you know if any of these assaults happened at the church or any of the church property?
I don't have any information that it may have happened in the church, but again, that was just with this victim here. It certainly wouldn't be outside the realm of possibilities that somebody may come forward and say it happened, in the church, it happened at his home or wherever. But again, we're just asking anybody with any information on this to please give us a call, 210-335-6000. Let me give one interesting fact that this suspect, even though we gave his name up here, that's his legal name. He actually goes by a nickname, which is Father Wanjuri. So let me spell that for you, because somebody that may know him may not know him by the name that's on his legal name. They may know him by this nickname of Father Wanjuri. Wanjuri. Wanjuri is another name that he's known to go by.
Do you know if it's unusual to be, at so many churches? It looked like he had been at more than half a dozen churches, since 2017. Is that normal?
That to me seems to be a lot of churches, but I don't know how the Catholic Church goes about making their assignments. I'm actually friends with several priests, and there really is no rhyme or reason. It's just, hey, you're not assigned here anymore. You're assigned over here. You may be assigned to another country. And my understanding is that you will be transferred from church to church sometimes as a junior priest until you land at one that you are the main pastor at. So I don't know if that's what was occurring here or if there maybe were other reasons that he was being moved. That's certainly a question we'll be asking as this investigation unfolds.
¿Puedo repetir eso en español?
Sí, nosotros no sabemos por qué lo movieron tanto de iglesia a iglesia. Yo, siendo amigo con varios sacerdotes, les ha preguntado cómo los ponen en diferentes iglesias. Y ellos dicen que ellos ni saben, que el arzobispo simplemente les dice, tú no trabajas aquí, ahora trabajas acá, o te vamos a mover a otro estado, otro país, y eso pasa sin ellos pedir dónde puedan ir. No sé por qué lo movieron tanto a él, pero es posible que lo